All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another night of On the Pole Racing here from Fleeger Farm TV as we get ready to rock and roll here from Homestead for the championship night of racing. Trying to get some things situated here on my end as it looks like SDK wants to give me some problem. We're looking here at one of the drivers. That's the 71 of Chase Matsko, and I'm trying to get my trading paints to work, and I'm not sure what's going on with that. So give me a moment here. We'll get things working the best we can, if we can. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get this fired up. I don't know. They're starting warm-ups here. Wow. There we go. We got it now. Really? Okay, there that one comes. See if we can get it to come up over here. Now we got Ben Parson out here. There we go. Now we got the thing working. Not sure why Chase's car is not acting right. Everybody else is. And head off down here into the next corner. I'm trying to get things set up here. And something don't want to start, so we're going to have to get it started here. There's 78, Ryan Rose. Okay, let's try this again. Still coming up with that for Chase Matsko. And the 75 is wrong too. All right. So grid is underway here. Bear with me a moment. Something's not right. Let's see if we can finally get this to come alive. We'll see here. We got our grid up here. Starting grid. Ryan Rhodes out front. William Gay there second. Sage Greco third. Ed Boyle's there in fourth. Evan Gomet there fifth. Ben Parsons sixth. L. Atkins. Green flag is out. Green. And here we go down here in the quarter number one. As the green flag comes out, we got 75 laps of distance here for the FMA Freedom Motorsport Alliance. Now we see these drivers still trying to get to where we have the we got Ryan Rose out front. That car's gray because we're trying to get our trading paints to work, and it looks like it's disconnected or something. As now everybody's car is all gooped up. So give me a moment here and we try to figure out what the heck's going on here with this. Saying all files are up to date, but I don't believe that. Now we see all the drivers coming down through the backstretch. All right, down here, it's Ryan Rose, still your leader. So you see that 8 out there of Ryan Peters, the 5, or I'm sorry, no, the 8 of Nigel Steele. He got the 5 there. There's the 77. I don't know what is up with trading paints here tonight. It is not cooperating, so I am sorry about that for the main event here. It's not wanting to sync up. And we got Evan Gomet and Ryan Rose here together, working off the corner. Everybody side by side. I got the 68 of Evan Gomet out front. Ryan Rose there in second in that number 78. 17 Sage Greco. 33 of Ben Parson. William Gay in fifth there. Ryan Peters there in sixth. Completely unsure what's going on with Trading Paints. It's acting up completely all over the place. We're heading down through here off the corner. 8 drivers hanging on to everything they can. Boyles there in 14th. Wetland there in 15th. Matt Mars back here in 16th. James White in 17th. James Applaw there in 18th. Damn it, this Trading Paint stuff tonight is just not working for me, and I don't understand why. Down the backstretch here, 18 of 75 on the board. Working down through here. I really wish I knew why this was not working right, but I got to start focusing here on the race. At hand, as we got Evan Gomet up there in front. Right in there in that number 68, you got the 17 of Sage Greco. There's Ben Parson. As I said, this just doesn't seem to be working the way I need it to. Come on now. Stop that. Now we see Sage Greco coming down the back stretch. There you see Evan Gomet. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the race so far, much as I'm disliking it so far. And not from a viewer standpoint per se, but from a broadcasting standpoint. As I really wish I could have got these drivers their paints, as they looks like they're now finally starting to come alive for a couple of these drivers. I would see the Red Bull number 8, Al Lincoln's there in the 77 Black Rifle copy. There's the 5, working down through there. Chase Matsko there in the number 26. Ryan Peters, now we set up there in the 5. Graham Connolly there in the 71. Got the Bass Pro Shop, Donald Ray up there in the 19. Hey, work here off the corner. There comes the mellow yellow of the 34 of Matt Mars. Out of Lovable, Tennessee. Sage Greco there in second. You got the 78 over Ryan Rose out front. There comes Evan Gomet and Ben Parson down there on the inside at Cigar Time Lounge number 33. And they work there down through off the corner. You got the 75 there, William Gay. Here comes Nigel Steely there in the number 8. Al Lincoln's there in the 77 down the backstretch here at Homestead. This is for the championship race and your championship contender. If we look at the points here, if I can get them to come up. As of week 9, William Gay's out front. Nigel Steely there second. Evan Gomet third, but I don't think that is completely right. We'll see here if we can get the points to come up on my end so we can see. And As we look here at the driver's standings, looks like William Gay is out front with a total of 315 points. Nigel Steele is in second with 298. Evan Gomet in third with 296. Chase Metzko in fourth. And Benjamin Parson rounding out your top five in points. So Sage Greco there in second. Ben Parson back here third. Evan Gomet fourth. William Gay there fifth. Al Lincoln's there in sixth. Nigel Steele there in seventh. Ryan Peters there in eighth. Graham Connolly in ninth as they head down here through the front stretch. And in the corner number 3 and 4, let's see if we can get a map up here a little bit. There we go. Now we're all set and rolling correctly here. Third of the way through the race, down here through the front stretch. We're following the number 5 there. Brian Peters. You got Sage Greco up here second. There's Ben Parsons sitting running third. Evan Gomet fourth. William Gay fifth. Head on back down through here. And while we're here, I would like to go and give another shout out here. As we're trying to get a charity race going, but it does not look promising at this point in time. A race to stop suicide 250. 100 laps at Daytona, September 20th. Green flag at 8 p.m. Broadcasted here at FFTV. Live race control. $5 is the entry. We look to go and try to raise money for suicide awareness. We got the 75 there of William Gay down there in the corner. Up there to the top side, Sage Greco there in second. Ben Parson there third. William Gay fourth. Evan Gomet there fifth. Al Lincoln's there in sixth. They head on down through in the corner number 1 here with these drivers. We do have a few quite off the pace quite a bit back here. We got the 888 of James White. Joseph Spillman out of the race from what I could see. Mike Rowland down on pit road. Here we got James Afa out here in 16th. James White back here in 17th. Mike Rowland, as we said, on pit road here at lap 32. William Gay out front. Ryan Rose out there leading the race. I got Sage Greco running second. Ben Parson at third as they come there off of turn number 2. Around here, around Homestead. William Gay fourth. Evan Gomet there fifth. Al Lincoln's there sixth. Nigel Steele there seventh. Graham Connolly there in eighth. Chase Matsko getting a pass on the 5 of Ryan Peters. Down there on the inside. Now we see the 78 there. Down there across the backstretch into corner number 3. As William Gay, Al Lincoln's there in that 77 working on the inside. And they work off here in through the front stretch. Down through the back stretch. And I'm sorry about the noise that might be happening there from the racers through the racing radio. You might hear them a little bit tonight. That is because my button box is all goofed up, apparently. And I can't adjust the sound the way I need to. William Gay down here in 4th. Al Lincoln's there 5th. Nigel Steele back here in 6th. Evan Gomet 7th. Graham Connolly there 8th. Chase Matsko in 9th. Ryan Peters there 10th. Donald Ray in 11th. Fred Pennington there 12th. Matt Mars here 13th as they roll on back through. Off the corner they go as you see Rose, Sage, Parson back here. 35 of the 75 laps. They roll down here into corner number 3. Ben Parson back here in there. I think I heard car possibly pitting in, if I might have heard it right. We'll see here. It might be the 68, unsure though, as he rolls around here. 68 definitely coming into pit. Hang on to it, getting a little loose as he heads down there on the pit road. Trying to get it down on the pit road speed. Boyles is out. He's no longer on the track. Mike Rowland there a lap down after making his pit. James White also a lap down. And at 888. And you're watching there at 77. Of Al Lincoln's as he rolls down that front stretch. There's Sage Greco, Ben Parson, William Gay. Working there through turns 1 and 2 down that back straightaway. In corner number 1, or I'm sorry, corner number 3. Through 4, there you see Ben Parson. Now we see they're up there toward the top side. Al Lincoln's trying to get a run on William Gay. Down off the corner they go. Nigel Steele out there in 6th. Lincoln's getting the pass done on William Gay as they work down through turns 1 and 2. Ryan Rose out front. Sage Greco there 2nd. Ben Parson back here in 3rd. Al Lincoln's there 4th. Down here through the turn number 3 for Ryan Rose. He comes up off of 4, leading the race. Work off through. There you see Sage Greco there in 2nd. Ben Parson coming on the pit road. Al Lincoln's up there in 3rd now as he takes that spot away from Ben Parson as they all head down, as he heads down on the pit road. We got the number 19, Donald Ray down pit road as well. We're now on board there with Sage Greco looking back at Al Lincoln's. They head there through turn, trying to figure out which turn they're in. That is turn 3 and 4. They work up off. That's Al Lincoln's there. William Gay down there through turn 3 and 4. Back out here onto the front stretch. They head off the corner here down through the back stretch. You're looking there at Ryan Rose, Sage Greco, Al Lincoln's coming off of turn number 2. Hey, I grabbed Connolly there behind him, along with the 75 of William Gay. Now they're on the bottom side. That's Graham Connolly. Al Lincoln's on the top side. Graham Connolly trying to make a move here possibly as they head into corner number 1. Connolly wanting to get up there in the 3rd spot if he can here at Homestead. He's got the 68 there of Evan Gomet, who Evan Gomet after pit stop has a lap down. We heard somebody come across the radio, not sure who it is. We got the 2 of James Afaw coming into pit road. Gomet way up there against the top side. It's 77. Al Lincoln looked like he might have got a little tight. Here comes Graham Connolly to pit road. It's always interesting to see these pit strategies happen as we go out and through the night. Never really know where a driver might finish. Head down through off of turn 4. You're watching there at 78. Brian Rose, he come back into corner number 1. Up off the corner. 78, Ryan Rose on pit road as you're watching it there live. Al Lincoln now takes the lead there in the 77, had not yet pitted. William Gay also has not pitted. Trying to keep track of who has and who hasn't. We got 4 drivers who have not pitted yet. That will be William Gay, Fred Pennington, Matt Mars, and Al Lincoln, who's currently leading the race. There you see Matt Mars in that number 34. Back off there in the turn number 2, out here down through the backstretch. Now, looks like we got William Gay coming to pit road now. Lincoln's will be out front. Fred Pennington there in third. He comes around here off of turn 2. Or, sorry, forget that, turn 4. He heads down here in the corner number 1. Evan Gomet back here in at number 68. Back on the lead lap as the leader came to pit road. Mike Rowland still out there. Same with James White. They're a lap down. As Al Lincoln takes another lap. Working down through here. There you see Fred Pennington there in third. Evan Gomet back here in fourth. Al Lincoln's there in front. Matt Mars there in the 34 machine. Evan Gomet out there in fourth. Ryan Rose there fifth. Sage Greco there in sixth. Head on out through here. Graham Connolly there in ninth. Chase Masco eighth. We see Al Lincoln's back here in the lead. Got the 19 there of Donald Ray looking to go underneath there. Getting a lap back. And Bass Pro Shops. Out of Campton, Kentucky is Al Lincoln. Matt Mars back here in second. Fred Pennington there third. Ryan Rose there fourth. Evan Gomet there fifth. Sage Greco sixth. Ben Parson back here in seventh. Chase Matsko in 8th, Nigel Steely there in 9th as they head on down here in the corner number 1. We're at the 77 of Al Lincoln's leading the way. Matt Mars there in 2nd, Fred Pennington there 3rd. We're on down through the back stretch here. Matt Mars, Fred Pennington, Ryan Rose there in 4th. Sage Greco down here on the bottom side in that number 17, following Comet through. There comes Gomet down through off the corner. Matt Mars there in 3rd. I just had a thought. I wonder something. If my settings might be a little goofy. It just kind of hit me. Bear with me here a moment. Normally I don't do this during a broadcast, but I just had something hit me here. There we go. That might fix some of the issue. Hey, Fred Pennington out front in that UPS 76. Now we got Matt Mars in the number 2 machine. Or no, I'm sorry, Matt Mars in the 34 still. In the number 2, that's James Afaw. Now hopefully we got, there we go, now it's working. We got Graham Connolly there in the number 71. That means Chase Batsko should be in the correct car here with 24 laps to go. He's in that Dr. Pepper machine, rolling down that front stretch. In the corner number 1, 78 there of Ryan Rose. Sage Greco there in 3rd. Evan Gomet there in 4th. Ben Parson back here in 5th. Chase Masco, as we said, is 6th. Nigel Steely there in 7th. Or no, 8th. I don't know why I didn't think about that whole high numbers thing earlier. Whenever I was having issues the other day, things got a little gooped up with my controls and everything. Oh no, the 76 of Fred Pennington up there into the outside wall. Ryan Rose back out to the lead. Sage Greco's there in second. There you see Fred Pennington coming up through the field, up 12 spots. As they work on down through off the corner. Ryan Rose, your leader. There goes Gomet around the 76 of Pennington. I think Pennington's going to come into pit road here. Pennington, this will be his first stop. Sage Greco moves up back up there into second. Evan Gomet moves up into third. Ben Parson Airport, Chase Matsko here fifth. Graham Connolly back here in seventh. As they work down there out of the corner, Sage Greco and Ryan Rose, your front two at the moment. With 22 laps to go here at Homestead for the championship night. Waiting to see who ends up with the trophy here. And we're taking another look here at the points. William Gay is your points leader. With Nigel Steele second, Evan Gomet in third. So, William Gay back here in about 10th spot. Nigel Steele up here in 6th. Evan Gomet in 3rd. So, it's going to be interesting to see who gets the championship here for this season number 2, I believe. If I'm looking at the thing correctly. Yeah, season number 2. In a couple weeks, we'll be starting season 3 of the Xfinity. So if you're watching and want to get in on the action, down in that description, there is links to find out more about FMA at their website, along with the other areas we broadcast here at Fleeger Farm TV. Sage Greco there second, Evan Gomet there third, Ben Parson back here in fourth, Chase Matsko there fifth, Nigel Steele there 6th, Graham Connolly there 7th, Donald Ray in 8th, Ryan Peters there in 9th, William Gay in 10th, Al Lincoln's there in 11th, PJ Wetland there 12th, Matt Mars there 13th, Mike Rowland 14th, Fred Pennington there 15th with James White 16th, James Apaw 17th. As they roll down here out of the corner, Boyles and Spillman are out of the race. Well, honestly, not having too bad of a race here. Matt Mars a lap down here tonight, trying to get back up through there as he went a lap down due to his pit stop. Same with Rowland. Work off. Here comes Ryan Rose down there in front. Sage Greco there second. Evan Gomet there third. Ben Parson fourth. Chase Matsko there fifth. Nigel Steele back here in sixth. With Graham Connolly in seventh. 17 laps to go here at Homestead to figure out the winner here tonight of the Season 2 Xfinity Series at Freedom Motorsport Alliance. Evan Gomet there in third. Ben Parson there fourth. Chase Matsko there fifth. Nigel Steele there in sixth. Graham Connolly there seventh. Donald Ray 8th, Ryan Peters there 9th. Up off the corner, Evan Gomet there in 3rd, Ben Parson there 4th, Chase Matsko there 5th, Nigel Steele there in 6th, Graham Connolly there 7th, Donald Ray in 8th, Ryan Peters 9th, Gay in 10th. And we have a good field here, still rolling around here. 12 drivers on the lead lap, 17 drivers on track. Down there off the front stretch they go. Now we see here comes the 78 down across the stripe. That's Ryan Rose leading the way. Sage Greco there second. Alvin Gomet there in third. Ben Parson there fourth. Nigel Steele there in fifth. Chase Matsko in sixth. They work off the corner here. And down here, off the corner they go. Down here through turn 3 and 4 they go. Evan Gomet here in third. Coming up to the lap down machine of James Afaw up there in the number 2. There you see James White there in the 888 machine. The 06 of Mike Rowland. Down there through on the bottom of 4. We see the 77 of Al Lincoln's not. Okay, Al Lincoln's there up on top. William Gay there in 10th. Ryan Peters there in 9th. And we got Ben Parson back here for it. 12 laps to go here to end the season. Sage Greco, as we said, is their second. Ryan Rose out front. Off down through the corner, Ryan Rose, your leader. Sage Greco second, Evan Gomet here third. Ben Parson back here in fourth. Chase Matsko in fifth, followed by Nigel Steely. Steely's trying to get up there another spot. As we see that 26 of Chase Matsko, that Diet Dr. Pepper machine, trying to hang on to that 5th spot. 10 laps to go as Ryan Rose comes down into corner number 1. You're looking here at Graham Connolly. He comes down through turn 3 and 4, sitting about 7th. Now Donald Ray back here in 8th. Ryan Peters in 9th. Al Lincolns and William Gay back here. There you see Lincoln's getting around. There's the 3 of Whitman, and Al Lincoln's trying to get around the 5 now of Ryan Peters. Up there against that outside wall, and you see that outside wall has kind of got some use here at Homestead. I don't know if anybody has used it here tonight, but definitely you can see the marks on that outside wall from cars getting up into it, scraping it through the corners. Eight laps to go for Ryan Rose. As here comes Sage Greco into corner number 1. Down through the backstretch, Donald Ray down there in 9th. Ryan Peters there in 10th. William Gay in 11th. P.J. Wentland there in 12th. Matt Mars there in 13th. Fred Pennington there 14th. Sage Greco there in 2nd. Evan Gomet there 3rd. Ben Parson in 4th. Chase Matsko there in fifth. Nigel Steele there sixth. Grim Connolly back here in seventh. Al Lincoln's there eighth. Down through here they go. Sage Greco second. Gomet there third. Ben Parson there fourth. And we got Matsko hanging around out there in fifth. 5 laps to go for Ryan Rose as he's rolling there off of turn number 4. Fred Pennington back on pit road. He may call it done. While the watch here if he does. At the moment, he's sitting on pit road. Sage Greco there second. Ryan Rose in front. Gomet there third. Parson there fourth. Chase Matsko fifth. Nigel Steele here sixth. Grim Connolly in seventh. Al Lincoln's there eighth. With Ryan Peters ninth. Donald Ray 10th. Down here now, 3 laps to go for Ryan Rose as he works down here in the corner number 1. Great job by these drivers here tonight. As we see Ryan Rose down here into the corner. Sage Greco second. Evan Gomet back here third. I'm very curious to see how the points play out after tonight. As your points leader of William Gay is back here in 10th. The guy in second is Nigel Steele, and he's sitting back here in 6th. And then Evan Gomet, who started points, is sitting third on the racetrack. Final lap for Ryan Rose as he heads down through turns 1 and 2. Down there off the back, heading down there through the back straightaway here at Homestead for the final time. And for the final time this season, Ryan Rose has the chance to bring it home this race. As they head down here in the corner number 3 and 4, back around here onto the front stretch. Sage Greco there second. As they head off back through here, Ryan Rose brings it across. He will get the checkered flag tonight and get the win here at Homestead for the FMA Flicker Farm Gaming Xfinity Series this Sunday evening here at FFTV. Evan Gomet brings it across here in third. Ben Parson in fourth. Chase Matsko, he'll be bringing it across in fifth with Nigel Steele right there below him in sixth. Al Lincoln's there in seventh. Waiting on the rest of the field to finish up here. We do have our finishing order here tonight. Ryan Rose gets your win. Sage Greco there second. Evan Gomet there in third. Ben Parson fourth. Chase Matsko there fifth. Nigel Steele in sixth. Al Lincoln's there seventh. Graham Connolly in eighth. Ryan Peters there ninth. William Gay in 10th. Donald Ray in 11th, P.J. Wetland there in 12th. Matt Mars 13th. James White finishes tonight in 14th. Mike Rowland there 15th. James LaFaw in 16th. Fred Pennington there in 17th. Ed Boyles there in 18th. Joseph Spillman 19th. And I think that is your field here as Ryan Rose burdens it down here on the front stretch for that well-deserved win here tonight. Now we just gotta wait on the. We gotta wait there on the results here. So Evan Gomet, your third place finisher here tonight. Good evening, Eric Gomet. How's it going?
Good. How's it going for you?
I'm doing well. Do we know how the points play out?
I know it's going to be close, but I believe I'm like five or six short.
Who's going to take it, you think?
I think, well, Williams definitely going to get it. I believe I did pass Nigel, so I got second, but I mean, Williams deserves it. You're so consistent all season.
Well, I mean, you showed up consistent here tonight, got home third. How'd that Xfinity car here at home feel here at Homestead tonight?
It was very loose for the first 15 laps of the run, and I made the mistake of burning my tires up fairly quickly in the first run. Dropped all the way back to 8th or 9th, so I was like, whatever, I'll pit first, get fresh tires, and it seemed to work out. Jumped a couple spots in the pits.
You did a great job. I mean, and the pitch strategy did play out, and that's always what's interesting here at, FMA. You never know exactly how that pitch strategy is going to play out for you.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be good. Once I saw people staying out a little bit longer, I was able to get some good laps in without any traffic and passing in the pits off time.
Great job out there. And you got sponsor shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting that third place tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank Hometown Garage. Great supporter all season. Be here next season as well. Banjo Time with Clara. For all your banjo lesson needs, check her out. She's got a Patreon, Instagram. Banjo Time with Clara. Great time. Want to thank FMA for putting this season on. It was great competitive racing all year. And want to thank you for broadcasting. Alrighty,
well, can't wait to see what next season holds on Sunday nights as we head off here for, I think, a week of break from FMA.
Yep, got a week break, but back at it next Sunday.
Alrighty, sounds great. Well, see you then. Good luck.
Yep, see you there. Thanks.
All right, here we go. Rolling here with Sage Greco, our second place finisher. Good evening, Sage. How's it going?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Not a whole lot. I mean, you did a great job getting second here tonight. How'd that DeWalt 17 do around here at Homestead? I was hearing from Evan that he felt that it was a little loose.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah, really loose, especially on exit.
So you really had to watch that throttle tonight.
Yeah, you did for sure. It seemed to get tighter as the night went on, but especially on fresh tires, yeah.
So were you loose on exit and tight on entry, or was it loose the whole way through?
Just anywhere middle and exit. Loose entry was kind of fun, but yeah, it was a whole lot of fun.
I'm sure I had to be good with that wheel tonight for sure, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got to work out.
Well, you did a great job getting second for the last race of the season. Hopefully you can carry some of this momentum into next season. But you got sponsor shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank here tonight?
No, sir. Sure don't.
Well, good luck starting next season. We'll see if you can be a playoff contender.
Thanks, brother.
All right, here we go now with Ryan Rose, hopefully our leader from Victory Lane. Good evening there, Ryan. How's Victory Lane feel?
Pretty good, honestly.
How long have you been racing here at FMA?
Oh, man, I've been on and off for, like, the past couple months. Like, just kind of on and off. I initially joined for Gen 4, then hated how the Gen 4s drove, so I wanted to go do something a little bit looser, so I went to Xfinity.
I was hearing these were a lot looser tonight.
Oh, yeah, it's way loose out there. It was super fun, but it was kind of nice because once the run got going, it started to tighten up a good bit, and it was really fun.
Well, that's my problem. Is I like a loose race car, and some of them, like when you race officials on iRacing, you say that you don't like how tight some of the cars feel. Is that part of the problem for you too? Is the cars are too tight or feel too tight?
A lot of it, but I don't know what they've done with the Xfinity cars, but most of these setups here, like for most of these tracks, have been like really looser, and it's been really nice. but I've been doing a lot of Be Open this week at Gateway. That's been really fun. But yeah.
Well, you got sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting into victory lane here tonight?
Oh yeah, just my mom, my dad, Brett's Electric. They're on the car, and that's about it.
Alrighty, well, congrats getting that there tonight, and can't wait to see what next season will hold as we move into it.
Oh yeah, I guess this is the last race. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, for this season. This was a championship race night for season 2 of the Xfinity. We'll start season 3. I think they said next week. Let me see the schedule here.
Who won the championship?
Well, that's what I'm waiting to hear. Because the points aren't in yet from what I can see. Oh, wait, the points are in. William Gay got the championship.
Damn. Well, congrats to him, too. I'm winning a championship. I didn't even realize it was the last race, so yeah.
Yeah, we'll start the next season. That's what I'm going to look here. For the next Xfinity schedule is out, and it looks like they're starting September 14th. So we're starting a new season next weekend.
Nice. All right. Well, I'll be out there.
All righty. Well, hopefully you can carry this momentum to start that next season, and maybe, who knows, maybe you'll be a contender in it.
Yeah, maybe.
All righty. Well, you have yourself a great night. Enjoy the win here from Homestead.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so the points were updated here, and I see William Gay did get first. He got 14. He was there with 343 total points to finish the season. Evan Gomet finishes in a second with 332. Nigel Steele finishes third with 330. So Gomet was correct that he had enough to, possibly had enough to get around Steele and get second. Well, he did by 2 points. And didn't quite have, he needed another 9 to get up there to William Gay. But great job by all these drivers tonight, all through the season. Always a lot of clean, fun racing. Can't wait to see what season 3 holds here for the Xfinity season as we get ready to rock and roll with it. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week with the FMA Xfinity Series once the FMA starts rolling once again. And I believe this is an off week for them after tonight. So tomorrow night we have just Roughneck, no doubleheader. Then we have our, trying to think here, I guess, the next race after that would be Friday, as Coast to Coast is off on Thursday, unless I can persuade them into having some special thing for 9/11, which I'm really hoping possibly to have something. We'll see, though, as we close out tonight. Thank you all for watching. Have yourself a great, wonderful night. Congratulations to our podium finishers here. We say good night.